Slater, we heard the tough news that Kelly broke his foot the other day. He's down here watching and right next to Rosie Hodge.
Yeah, thanks so much, Joe. Well, Kelly, it's a pleasure to see you down here. Obviously, under different circumstances, it would have been better. We've all seen the x-ray. I don't even know how you're here right now, but do you want to just talk us through what the doctors have said as a diagnosis for the break?
Yeah, well, yeah, you sort of look to the doc when he comes and looks at your x-rays, and you're hoping he's going to be like real objective about it. And the guy walked in and kind of went, "What the hell have you done to yourself?" And I was like, "Oh no." I'm like, "Don't you do this all the time? You shouldn't like react that way." But he's like, "Yeah, you've done a number on yourself, man. How did you put that much pressure into your foot?" And I honestly don't really know. The wave really wasn't, it was a set, but it was, it wasn't a big wave, and it just hit a certain way, and I didn't jump off. I thought I'd ride into the whitewash, and I was sort of halfway between jumping and riding it out. And yeah, anyways, just smashed the foot. Like, it really did feel like I put an extra joint in the middle of my foot on the metatarsals. Kind of the only way I can describe it. Hold on, Medina's got a nice little runner here, but well, here we go. Gabe running. I think he might have learned his lesson the first couple, because it looked like he got stuck behind without really reading down the line. This is a better paced wave. Good float there. He's going to come out with a lot of speed. And here comes a big smash. Oh, just a little bit late. That's the thing about Jbay. If you're just a touch late, it can throw you off. But he caught back up to the flow of it pretty good, and probably going to match Mick's first one, somewhere similar.
Well, I think, we all know that the pain in your foot is, rivaled by probably the pain of having to watch waves like this and you not being able to compete.
Yeah, it's going to just hurt every day. I see my friends around the world posting good waves for the next probably, I don't know how long. That's the other thing, is it's the worst injury I think I've ever had. So, the longest I've been on the water is about 3 months before. And I talked to Warren Kramer, who's our tour surgeon, does a lot of work with us. There's my foot there. That thing looks really nice. Look, you can actually almost put the third and fourth metatarsals together and connect those. Yeah. Oh, I just cut one off. Let me go. No, Warren looked at it, and it was about 5 in the morning for him, and he said, "Yeah, you got two broken toes here. It looks like you're going to be, 6 weeks out, and you should be fine." And then he had a deeper look into it over the next sort of 12, 15 hours, and called me back yesterday morning. He said, "Hey, we need to talk." It's going to be about 4 to 6 months probably.
Well, Kelly, how many barrels have you pulled into in your life? And we're actually going to have a look at the vision of you having that break, but it looks like...
Jump up. Here goes Mick, though. Look, let's see if we can catch up to this thing. I'm in more pain about these waves than I am about my foot. Look at how good this wave is. Such a good pace to it. Mick's just going to let the wave do the work here and just put his board in the spot. I think his board looks like he has to baby it just a little bit. Yeah, see, I think he's on the... my opinion, I think he's on the wrong board, because it looks like the tail's a bit wide and too much flip in it, and it looks like he's not getting the drive out of it. You can see he had to baby a couple of those turns on his first wave, and then there again, that's probably going to mess with his confidence a little bit. He could probably be pretty clearly in the lead right now, if he had stuck those first two waves. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm probably 4 to 6 months out of the water, and who knows? It could be longer. I was talking to Ross. I have a similar, we think we might have the Liz Frank fracture in the foot, in the joint, and if that's the case, it's quite a bit longer than we think, and Ross had a cast on for 9 months. So, I actually carried Ross out of the water when he hurt himself on that one. He did like a 1 foot kick out, just as you always do, and just his foot landed wrong, and bang, the thing just shattered. And yeah, I had to carry him over like a urchin-covered reef in Kahuku, on my back. But yeah, he had a lot of trouble coming back. He's all right now, but it was a long road, and so I'm not going to fool myself. I'm just getting patient, and I'm just taking my mind out of my surfing right now.
Well, Kelly, thank you for your time. We're going to catch up with you throughout the day.